Tonight, Hollywood is in shock as explosive allegations, painful breakups, and heartbreaking battles shake the entertainment world to its core. Denise Richards breaks down in tears on the witness stand as she accuses her estranged husband Aaron Phypers of abuse. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban quietly remove their wedding rings, marking the heartbreaking end of a once iconic Hollywood romance. Grey's Anatomy star Eric Dane opens up about his devastating ALS diagnosis and the fall that kept him from reuniting with his cast at the Emmys. And while the industry mourns and reels, Bad Bunny is laughing at the criticism over his Super Bowl halftime show, using Saturday Night Live to mock the haters. From the courtroom to the concert stage, from Washington, D.C. to Paris Fashion Week, this is one of the most dramatic weeks Hollywood has seen in years. For decades, Denise Richards has lived her life in the public eye, from blockbuster movies to reality TV and, more recently, her unfiltered OnlyFans content. But behind the glamour, Denise's marriage to Aaron Phypers has spiraled into a bitter legal battle. Their relationship, once painted as passionate, has now turned into an ugly war of accusations, restraining orders, and courtroom drama. Meanwhile, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, one of Hollywood's most beloved couples, shocked fans when divorce rumors finally became reality. For nearly 20 years, their marriage was seen as the gold standard of celebrity love. But as their first public appearances since the split show, the fairy tale may truly be over. And then there's Eric Dane, the beloved actor known for his roles on Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria. At just 52, he now faces the cruel and relentless disease ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. His recent struggles have shaken fans who remember him as the strong, charismatic McSteamy. And finally, in a lighter but still fiery story, Bad Bunny, music's ultimate rule breaker, is firing back at the backlash, surrounding his Super Bowl halftime gig with his signature humor. In a Los Angeles courtroom, Denise Richards' messy divorce from Aaron Phypers went nuclear. On the witness stand, Denise fought back tears as she accused Aaron of physically abusing her during their marriage. Eyewitnesses say the couple refused to even make eye contact. At 11:30 a.m., Denise's calm but emotional testimony painted Aaron as an abuser and manipulator. Aaron, however, fiercely denied every accusation. His defense? That Denise was fabricating claims to avoid financial responsibility. His team even brought up her OnlyFans income, allegedly pulling in up to $300,000 a month, to argue that she was far from a victim in financial distress. But the most shocking twist? Aaron's legal team reportedly wanted to call in Brandi Glanville, Denise's infamous rival from The Real Housewives, and her ex-husband Charlie Sheen, to testify about Denise's alleged history of substance abuse and dishonesty. Denise's attorneys immediately pushed back, calling irrelevant, accusing Aaron of smearing her character instead of addressing the core issue, her safety. Across the globe, Nicole Kidman appeared at the Chanel fashion show in Paris, ringless but radiant as she held her daughters close. Just days earlier, she bravely took the stage at a charity auction in Dallas, presenting an award alongside her collaborator Taylor Sheridan. But fans couldn't take their eyes off one detail, her bare left hand. Meanwhile, Keith Urban, 12,000 miles away, was also spotted ring-free during his tour stop in Virginia. For fans who had once viewed their marriage as unshakable, the symbolism was devastating. Meanwhile, Eric Dane revealed the heartbreaking reason he was absent from last month's Grey's Anatomy reunion at the Emmys. In a candid interview, he shared that he had collapsed in his kitchen, hitting his head and needing stitches. ALS is a nasty disease, he admitted. It would have been great to get reunited with some of my peers. I was really upset about it, but there was nothing I could do. Despite his pain, Eric is now using his platform to advocate for research and legislation in Washington, D.C., determined to fight for his daughter's future. And finally, Bad Bunny isn't letting the backlash to his Super Bowl halftime performance get to him. Critics argued that the NFL and Apple Music shouldn't have chosen him. But instead of defending himself in interviews, the Puerto Rican superstar took to Saturday Night Live, roasting the haters in a skit that turned the controversy into comedy. Fans inside and outside the courtroom were divided. Supporters of Denise Richards flooded social media with messages of encouragement, praising her bravery for speaking out. Others accused her of trying to damage Aaron's reputation for financial gain. Meanwhile, Nicole Kidman's fans expressed heartbreak, calling her split from Keith Urban the end of an era. Social media buzzed with nostalgic clips of their past red carpet moments, reminding the world of how in love they once seemed. Eric Dane's revelation, on the other hand, sparked an outpouring of empathy, with Grey's Anatomy fans calling him an inspiration. And Bad Bunny? His fans loved his cheeky SNL response, calling it the ultimate power move. Behind the scenes, sources say Denise Richards had confided in close friends for years about troubles in her marriage, but never expected it to end in such a public trial. Insiders also claim Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban had been living separate lives long before the divorce announcement, with distance and busy schedules straining their marriage. Eric Dane's battle, meanwhile, has highlighted the shocking lack of federal funding for ALS research, an issue he now personally champions. And as for Bad Bunny, insiders reveal he's already planning to use the Super Bowl stage to make a statement, not just about music, but about representation and cultural pride. Legal experts suggest that Denise's case could hinge on credibility. If her attorneys can keep the testimony focused on alleged abuse rather than character smears, she has a strong chance at securing protection. Entertainment insiders, however, warn that Nicole Kidman's divorce may become one of Hollywood's most expensive splits, given the couple's combined fortune. Health experts speaking about Eric Dane emphasize the importance of his advocacy, pointing out that celebrity involvement often accelerates research funding, and pop culture critics agree that Bad Bunny's irreverent humor may be exactly what he needs to turn criticism into momentum. For Denise Richards, this court battle could redefine her public image, either as a courageous survivor or as someone accused of manipulation. For Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, their divorce marks the end of one of Hollywood's most admired love stories, leaving fans wondering how they will navigate their careers as single parents in the spotlight. Eric Dane's advocacy ensures his legacy will extend beyond acting, shining a light on ALS. And Bad Bunny's halftime show, whether loved or hated, is destined to be one of the most talked about performances in Super Bowl history. Denise's case echoes past Hollywood divorces where abuse claims rocked the courtroom, reminiscent of the bitter legal battles between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Nicole and Keith's split is drawing comparisons to other seemingly perfect Hollywood marriages that ended in heartbreak. Think Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, or Tom Cruise and Nicole herself decades ago. Eric Dane's struggle reminds many of Stephen Hawking's brave ALS journey, showing once again the resilience of the human spirit. And Bad Bunny's boldness on SNL channels the same energy Madonna and Lady Gaga brought to their controversies, turning backlash into pure spectacle. From painful truths in courtrooms to broken marriages and health battles to artists fighting critics with humor, Hollywood's latest chapter reminds us that behind the glitz, the stars we idolize face struggles just as raw, heartbreaking, and unpredictable as our own.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.